Hello, crypto traders, crypto investors. How are y'all keeping? Back here on the channel Blockchain Backs, here with your host, Yerne, Jerry, man with a plan, however you want to call it. You can call me. Yeah, so interesting action on Bitcoin, very interesting. And yeah, if you haven't already, follow me on Twitter. I don't have many followers, but that does not mean that the content that I put up there is not of a higher value. I haven't been, first I made Twitter a long time ago, and I never used it. But then lately I'm using it more, and what I'm doing is I'm posting this predictions on. So I put not even predictions, just like possible scenario. Sometimes it's more of a prediction, sometimes it's just like it can go either way. But for instance, today I've put this. Okay, this was a result, and before that, I actually expected this to happen. So you could actually check, okay, before this happened, I said, okay, up or down movement possible. I think the upward movement is more plausible than the downward. And actually, I put this like 4 or 5 times. You can check that. And each and every time I was kind of right. I don't want to brag or anything, but yeah, it just shows you that there is some kind of a logic behind that. So yeah, go ahead and follow me on Twitter. You're gonna get, because of course I can't make a video for every single thing. It doesn't make sense. But on Twitter, it makes sense to put all these like smaller movements. These are like half an hour, usually half an hour charts. So just to give you an idea of what's going on, if you're an investor and if you're a trader, of course, to give you a trading setups, ideas. Of course, if you have your own knowledge to back it up. So, as I tweeted before, we had on a smaller scale. So, I'll go the other way. Usually, I would start on the higher scale, but I'll actually start on a smaller scale. We had this triangle here, and at the symmetric triangles, you either break to the upside or to the downside because you have contraction and expansion. And I was expecting that we're gonna break to the upside because on the higher time frames, so 160 minute, 8 hour, and 1 daily, we're getting upward momentum. So this is why I was predicting that we're gonna go to the upside. So we're kind of forming this channel. Like this is almost like a start of the longer term channel. Maybe it's gonna be just short, like this one here. You see here, you could have wrote a similar thing than this channel here. But we're gonna see. Like we're at actually the really crucial point, and for that I have to go to the higher time frame, to a daily chart. Why is this so crucial? Because there's a falling wedge forming here, and if you don't know what is falling wedge, is this shape here. And I'm just gonna make it bolder so you can see it nice and tight. Yeah. So this is kind of like a falling wedge forming here, and falling wedges usually result in in kind of like a extension to the upper side here. So yeah, it's quite possible, but we could also just, like, if this is rejected, this breakout is rejected, we could just dump. Then I think we will dump strong. This is what usually happens. This is like a bull trap then there. So yeah, be careful not to get bull trapped, because I know like there are quite a few altcoins pumping as well. But if Bitcoin gets bull trapped, all your altcoins are gonna just dump massively as well. So this might, I mean, it looks good. It looks like we broke out. I like that we want to break out and follow that channel. But if we're not, there is going to be a major dump. And I actually posted a video a few days ago that I'm actually, on my surprise, I was expecting us to go lower, but then I was starting to think actually this might be a bottom here, just because of the reasons that I stated there in the video. To tell you in short is we're gonna get a reversal when nobody will expect a reversal, or not nobody, but when majority will be wrong. That's the fact. And now everybody, not everybody, but the majority thinks that we're going lower now. So that's the why, and because we're like the downward momentum is kind of like slowing down, and we're hitting this nice support here that was holding for quite a while, and now we have this wedge. So it's gonna be interesting. Like the best thing is to be prepared for both scenarios. Either if it goes up, what you're gonna do; if it goes down, what you're gonna do. I have kind of like a plan. For me, it's not that complex because I'm day trading. Majority of my portfolio is in day trading, so I'm really flexible with that. So it doesn't impact me too much. But for hodlers, this is a really important point. Probably, as I say, like there are always important points, right? You come here and like, oh, this is the most important point. Then you come here. This is the more, I would say, this is the most important point of the week, so to call it. So yeah, that was that because we can kind of come closer. We are bouncing nicely out of this support, kind of like a trend line. And there are a lot of traders, I think, are looking at a trend line. They connect this trend line all the way back here, which is fine as well. I just think there's a problem with this really long-term trend lines is that everybody can look at a different trend line. Somebody is looking at logarithmic, somebody is looking at a normal price, somebody is connecting the wick, somebody is connecting the body. So okay, it's okay to give you an idea, but I don't think it's too precise. But when you have it on a shorter time frame, I think it's more precise. Like this is quite precise. I am confident to say that. And but we actually might make a case here as well that we are forming a new triangle here. And you know how important triangles are. Like all of the tweets that I did were basically just different types of triangles, and they resulted in some kind of okay, there was one bull flag as well, but all of them kind of resulted in some kind of action, because when you have this contraction, you either go explosively up or explosively down. Not explosively, but you get an extension. That's more it's a more correct term to use. So yeah, that's kind of like an interesting scenario, because although we kind of break through the wedge, you think, oh, now we're safe, we're on in the bull run kind of, but then you have another kind of trend line here, and then some people would look at a even bigger, like, okay, let's go to daily, some even bigger time frame, like they would make trend line here. Okay, this is in my way. Some people would make a trend line here, like this, and then you have another one. So then it gets really complex. So yeah, I prefer looking at less. Like I think less is more in the sense, because then you can connect like 10 different trend lines here, and then you're just there you get an analyst paralysis of analysts. You don't know what to do. This is why, like, I think it's important to observe, like, one after another what's happening. Okay, what kind of a reaction we have first on the wedge, and you can see, okay, the movement is strong, the volume is increasing or not, and then you come to another point and you're like, okay, what is this? How does the price react to that? I think that's the best way. At least this is what suits me. So yeah, we had this breakout here, and now we kind of bounced off of that 7,000 area, which is kind of normal. It's nothing unusual. Okay, let's look at the volume, and I'll take out all these lines. Okay, the volume should be here. Okay, I have it. yeah, okay, so the volume picked up here, and then we had this major bounce at 7,000, and now it's kind of going out, which is nothing unusual. And now what we're gonna do, we're gonna probably test previous resistance as a support, which is happening just now actually. Okay, now if I put this back again, I get all these charts back. And I know this might be confusing to watch, so I'll just take out a few of them. So yeah, you get this idea that this is triangle, and I put this on Twitter that we're gonna have this extension out of it, and this happened, so that's fine. But now, as this happened, and we're kind of like forming this channel, we are gonna test previous resistance as support. So this one, this is now the important line to watch. What kind of a response we have here, and it would be really smart to look at Fibonacci levels here as well if we get some commonality there. Okay, now with it, yeah, okay, this is beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. You see this $6,883 on Bitfinex. It coincides with this resistance, and it's on 618, which is the strongest retrace area, 618. Plus you have this area here, so it's just, yeah, it works out. It couldn't have worked out better than this. So I'm expecting a bounce here, or if not a bounce, at least like a price down movement to stop. And then if it holds, and if we have a strong response like to the upside, that would be a really, really good sign that we broke out of that wedge on the higher time frame. But if we start dumping, yeah, then this would be really, really dangerous. But I'm kind of optimistic when it comes to bullishness here, because yeah, this just seems like a good area of support here, accumulation, and also this one, it kind of looks really nice, looks really strong. So I'm more bullish, to my surprise, because like until last few days I was really bearish, and now I'm getting more of a bullish sentiment there. So yeah, that was Bitcoin for the day. Please like, share, and subscribe if you like these videos, and of course follow me on Twitter, and you're gonna get more signals. All right, all the best to you. Goodbye.